John Reeves, former Robinson High quarterback who became an All-American at the University of Florida and pro quarterback for the Bucks and Bandits, was found dead in his South Tampa home on Tuesday. He was 67. The cause of death is under investigation. "A good man," said Steve Spurrier, who coached Mr. Reeves with the Bandits and later gave him a job on his Gators staffs. "He had some demons that crept in, but he was a good, fun player to coach and one of the best quarterbacks I ever had. He's a big reason I had the success I had." According to a death investigator for the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner, Reeves' son, David, last heard from Mr. Reeves by text on Saturday but couldn't reach him afterward. David Reeves found Mr. Reeves dead in his home Tuesday around 2:30 p.m. and contacted 911, according to the medical examiner's office. Mr. Reeves was born in Alabama in March 1950 but moved to Tampa as a child. There, he became one of the best quarterbacks in state history, carving a prolific Florida niche at the prep, college and pro levels. "Maybe the best pure drop-back pass I ever coached," Spurrier said. He starred at Madison Junior High School, then at Robinson. Mr. Reeves led the Knights to the Class 2A state championship game in 1967, earning State Player of the Year honors. In 2007, the Florida High School Athletic Association honored him as one of the best 100 players in the first century of Florida prep football. Mr. Reeves' success continued with the Gators. In the wake of two nondescript 6-win seasons following the departure of Spurrier, the 1966 Heisman Trophy winner, Mr. Reeves started as a sophomore for a 69 Gators team that finished 9-1-1. He left UF as the NCAA's all-time leading passer, 7,581 career yards, with an SEC record 54 touchdown passes. "Great talent, great thrower. He was unflappable," said former longtime UF Sports Information Chief Norm Carlson, widely considered the foremost Gator football historian. "Could make plays, and if he made a bad play, he shook it off immediately and never thought about it the next few plays." That audaciousness, while reinvigorating the fan base, also put Mr. Reeves into football infamy. In a 38-12 loss at Auburn in '69, he threw 9 interceptions, an NCAA record that still stands. "I think he was all we had," Carlson recalled. "He was the best option, and John wasn't afraid to throw the ball. 2 interceptions or 9, it didn't matter to him, he was gonna fling it. You needed a guy to stand in there and has got the guts not to say, 'Oh my God, I've already thrown 6, I might throw another.' He didn't even think about that." Spurrier was the same way. The Philadelphia Eagles chose him with the number 14 overall pick in the 1972 NFL Draft, and he's still one of only 5 quarterbacks from Florida high schools to be chosen in the first round. Mr. Reeves' pro career included 17 NFL starts, including 2 for the Scab Bucks during the 1987 Players' Strike. His best season with the Bandits came in 1984, when he threw for more than 4,000 yards. "He was sensational in '84, Spurrier said. "Every game, he was really something." After his football career, Mr. Reeves served as an assistant to Spurrier at Florida in the early '90s, and later spent 3 seasons as a South Carolina assistant. "Just thankful he believed in a 5'8", 155-pound kid from tiny Fort Valley, Georgia," said former Gators All-American and Buccaneers receiver Yaquaz Green, who was recruited primarily by Mr. Reeves. "He believed I could play at UF more than myself." Mr. Reeves battled drug and alcohol problems throughout his life, and in later years struggled with his mobility. He lectured children about his problems, including a $1,000 a day cocaine habit, 2 drunk driving arrests and a marijuana possession, and found redemption through religion and real estate sales. In 2008, he was arrested on gun and cocaine charges. As recently as last fall, he was an occasional visitor to USF practices, where son David, one of Mr. Reeves' 3 adult children, served as an assistant. It's a day to remember John, celebrate. That's the way it should be, Spurrier said. Shed a tear a little bit, more than a little bit, then celebrate what he did while he was here on Earth.